How's it going, everyone? Today we're going to be tearing down this AF16 Honda Elite engine. Do a little video on it. Show you what all you got to take apart on it to get it apart. It's pretty simple. We still got this locked up on it. Got to work on fixing that. Got an OEM carb on this. It ain't bad for what it is. So let's get into it. So most of this is an 8 and a 10 millimeter. First, we'll take these side cover bolts off right here. A couple on the bottom, a couple on the top, one in the middle. And we're going to get this right here off. Okay, as you can see, I got all the bolts out. All the bolts are out, so this should just yank off. Might have to hit it with a rubber hammer. It's got a little moisture in it. It's a little rusty in there, nothing too bad. There's your back pulley, clutch, and bell. So I'm going to hit this with a rubber hammer right quick. Just gotta get one. Okay, we got the side cover off. I went ahead and knocked these loose. All we gotta do is thread these off. Yes, my hands are dirty. This should just wiggle off like that. Make sure to save this and put these where they go. Got the bell housing here. Looks like there was some moisture in it. Get all this off. Hey, somebody's put a aftermarket little thing on this before. All this is off. So here's all your clutch and stuff, your variator. So now we're left with this, and all this is going to get replaced with different stuff except for this right here. So let's go ahead and get the cover off right here. Okay, so we got the fan shroud off. Just the old stock AF16. Get the carburetor off next. Take the head off, and yes, it does have the wrong spark plug in it. The fan looks to be okay, and this one ain't really too bad. A little bit of cleaning up to do, and she'll be pretty nice. Okay, we got the carburetor off. Now let's get this trash fuel injection off. And the starter. Okay, we got the oil injection and the starter off. Just a hole right here now. Just a hole right here now, which we will not even have electric start whenever we put it back together, because he is going 70 kit on this. So let's get the head off of this thing in the jug. Okay, so we got the head off of it, and it really doesn't look too bad in there. Well, actually, it's locked up for some reason. I wonder why that is. That's neat. Have to figure out why that is, to get the intake off of it and jug and see what's going on down there. Okay, so this thing is actually locked up down there at the crank. I'm gonna have to either take it apart and maybe pour some stuff down in it, let it sit, and hopefully it frees up. Because this thing did run. I don't know what even happened. I don't know how it got moisture in it. Okay, we put some stuff down in it and soaked it a little bit, and we got her spinning nice and free again. I guess it just had a little bit of water or something down in there from sitting. But everything seems to be all right. Just poured some stuff down in it, and now we are good to go again. She spins super free. Shouldn't be no issue, just a little bit of, had a little hung up down there. Nothing too serious. Well, this is a take apart of a AF16. Gotta still take the fan and stuff off of, but that's whenever we actually probably won't even need to take that off. Or if we're just doing the basics on this one. Not too bad. Thanks for watching. Okay, so I've been doing a little bit off camera. I drilled this hole out right here for the stud that holds the back rack and the plastics on right there. And I just cut the end off a bolt. The same thing that goes in the floor pan right here. And I'm going to weld on the back side of this to hold it in there. So I just wanted to show you what I did to make that work, since it was already broke off. Not too difficult. Okay, so we got the new stud in there. Just welded it up on the bottom there, put a little bead on it. Got that all fixed up. Now the frame has no missing studs or bolt holes. Looking good. Okay, so we got this motor finally cleaned up. It is next day. It's looking a lot better than it did. It's not 100% clean. I still got to do a little bit in some places, but it ain't bad for what it is. We'll throw the top end and the intake on it hopefully today. And that'll be probably all I do. Okay, so here's our top end. Got a plenty Contessa. Here's the head. Got the O-ring seal on it. Spark plug. Just throw that over there. That's junk. We ain't using no Champion spark plug. Head studs. Couple other things here. Gaskets. Here's the piston. The piston rings are already installed for you. I don't think I'm going to port match this at all. I think I'm just going to slap it on there, because it really ain't that bad. So, let's get to work. Got to clean the surface a little bit more here. We're going to throw this top end on. Okay, so we got the head and the jug thrown on. It is on there. I put a little bit of ultra black on it. That's what I like to use. I've had ultra gray and Honda Bond leak on me before over time. I don't know why, but it just does. And that's what it is. We're going to throw the intake on. I'm going to torque that down. And that should be about it. Okay, we got the intake on there. I threw a little bit of ultra black on it just to help it seal. I threw the oil plug in it. I just threw a washer and a bolt over it. That's the easiest way I was found to do it. Instead of making a little bracket and putting a bolt in there and a bolt in there. That's the easiest way I was found to do it. The intake's on there. Screws are up in the bottom there. I know we said we weren't going to run that plug, but I'm going to pressure test it. And that's what I'm going to put in it to pressure test it. This motor's really turned out nice. It's going to look good on the bike. Here's the frame. The studs we fixed. It's looking really good. Got a couple more parts in there to put on there. And a couple more things to work on this to get it finalized. But it's come together very nicely. Okay, so here's my pressure checker to do 2 strokes. Just a little pump ball, some tubing, some simple fittings to a gauge, to a little plastic plumbing hose with Teflon tape, into another fitting, a piece of rubber, a thing you buy off scooter swap shops to go over a little hole right here, and 2 nuts, and you're ready to pressure check this. Pretty simple to make. That's about 40-30 bucks depending on where you buy the stuff. Okay, so I know this is kind of a skip here from what I was doing. I kind of did a good bit off camera with putting the jug and stuff on. I pressure checked everything to 6 psi. Everything looked good. Held it for 30 minutes. So I figured it was good. We got the brake and stuff on, all this cleaned up and fixed. It works well. I can't really push it right now because it's sitting on it. We got a PG long pipe that we're going to throw on it. Got a little plug with a washer. Here's dude's wheels. They're looking very nice. They're going to look good because this is going to have red plastics on it. We started working on the frame a little bit. Put the glove blocks and the floorboard and the front plastic on. Just waiting on a couple things to dry painting to put the front wheel on, and then I'm probably gonna throw the motor on this thing. Working on my my blue Honda Elite here. Just working on some stuff in there. This thing's turning out good. Can't wait to see it done. Okay, so we just got the motor thrown on the frame now. It's looking really good. Just got it sitting up on a crate. Front wheels are gonna look nice with that red. Hopefully gonna have this thing running today. Maybe, maybe not. So we gotta throw the pipe on it, get a different plug. Just a couple things to do before we get it to run. Okay everyone, so we got the headset and stuff thrown on, the grips, the front plastic. I know I didn't film it all, but it's really not hard stuff to do. This thing has really turned out nice. I love the way it looks. Got to get an air filter on it and stuff, but this thing really has turned out nice. Show y'all maybe a video of me riding it around. Really, I just threw the carb on there and I went up 1 jet size from what it come as, and it's running pretty cool. It's running good. I put 32-to-1 mixed gas in it for right now. That's what I like to run. I broke it in. But this thing's really turned out nice. I love the way it looks.